YouTube keeps shilling this Game of Thrones video game in every video. In videos talking about Game of Thrones, in videos not talking about Game of Thrones, in videos where you should have just watched Game of Thrones instead.
Awaiting his certain execution, he's visited by a visibly torn Jon Snow, who, despite his allegiance to Daenerys, still obviously trusts Tyrion's counsel. Jon defends Daenerys at first, saying that though he can't—
Explained my ass, you just narrated the whole show. Is this a joke? You should have explained this scene. Oh my god, this shot is so brilliant. It should be taught in every film class. No, this is about as subtle as a shot in Man of Steel, Man of Fuck Off. Do you get it? He's Jesus! Do you get it? It's almost like she's the dragon! Whoa! Oh, they got an app for that. So these are the games they have. I don't know, guys. I kind of want to play League of Angels free, you know, for various reasons. But fuck it. It's Jon Snow. It's small guy Lannister, bitch. Oh wow. I want to shit on the game, but the graphics are pretty legit though. Like, she looks like wow. Huh? How about that? My lord, winter is coming. You should stock up on your resources and build a strong army. Winter came, Melisandre. Winter was shit.
Bested by a girl. You failed!
Me. This is really me, guys. Don't worry. I am that pretty in real life. I am not a fat 5'4" Filipino. No. I am this Chad from Westeros. Construct the warehouse, my lord! Okay, guys. At this point in the gameplay shit, this is blatantly a free-to-play game. What they do to hook you in is that you have, in the initial campaign, you perform like tasks in the game, and they give you rewards. And these rewards are like, some of them are premium currency. Like, I am going to guess that these diamonds are the premium currency. The premium currency of diamonds will like get you elite units. You could use those diamonds to purchase time to speed up the construction of the building. Pretty greedy. You know, standard basic free-to-play mobile game shit. Yeah. We could see on the top right, special discount. Buy now, my lord. Oh yeah, you get diamonds from, oh, this is the premium currency. You got the regular diamonds and the black diamonds. Okay. Theon Greyjoy. What is dead may never die but rises again, harder and stronger. This is kind of insensitive.
In the box, you'll find a special gift. Theon's favorite toy.
In a box. God damn game. You're savage as fuck. What? TV series event? The series is over! Kind of boring. Yeah, it's pretty boring. Who's this guy? Oh, it's... Guys, I will be spoiling Game of Thrones from here on out. If you just want to skip to the joke about the game, skip to this time code. What I initially liked about the show was the way it subverted expectations. And it was done in an intelligent way, and not in a Ryan Johnson way. See, to subvert expectations, you gotta build them up on some pre-existing notion. That is, in these fantasy stories, a hero does good, gets rewarded. Basically, virtue wins.
Wrong.
It turns out that the honorable person warning a two-faced whore that her kids are gonna get killed is a totally smart play.
That's what I didn't like, dog. They lied to him, man. Throw my nigga there, man. Got that nigga caught up, man. Fuck that.
And people were affected by it because they didn't see that shit coming. And goddamn, this scene was some poetry at rhyme shit. At the beginning of the series, it was Ned Stark himself who executed the deserter.
The man who passes the sentence should swing the sword.
Man's gotta have a code. This little bitch boy lets someone else do it, showing he's ill-fit to be king. It's so important they call back to it one season later, just to show that Theon is also incompetent and ill-fit to be a leader.
He who passes the sentence should swing the sword. I'm begging you! Coward.
Not only did it subvert expectations, not only did it have something to say about the characters, it also set the bar for consequences. Actions have consequences, and consequences will never be the same. This all leads up to Arya. Here we go. When I see Arya get stabbed in the gut after getting sliced at, and then throwing herself off a bridge and into some water, medieval age water, I might add, with all that bacteria, she should be dead, right?
Wrong.
She's alive. A nap is all that it takes to heal from her injuries, which is fine and legit. It's in line with my experience with video game logic. There was this really good thread on Reddit talking about how bullshit her survival was. A fantasy narrative can have its own rules, despite it being fantastical. And what makes the narrative believable is that they're consistent with their own rules. People have been stabbed here in this show, in the first season.
Stinks like death. Don't think I can't smell it.
King Robert had the best medical treatment available at that time, and he died. You're telling me that this actress who stabbed her lovers manages to outperform motherfucking Grandmeister Pycelle? You can fuck right off.
What's that?
Milk of the poppy.
Oh, that's all it takes, huh? Everything's fine, guys. Hippity hoppity. Drink milk of the poppy. Wait a minute, I could swear that the milk of the poppy thing was used before. I really can't think of when they used it in the show.
Give me something for the pain and let me die.
Give him milk of the poppy.
So what's the secret of Arya's survival?
Sleep is the only way you will heal.
Oh! Imagine telling Robert Baratheon that he just has to sleep that off.
Oh, it's funny, is it?
Milk of the poppy was established to be a painkiller. Sleep and a painkiller won't solve Arya's problem. Her surviving her wounds throws consequences and whatever internal logic the show has off the fucking window. Off the fucking rails. For Game of Thrones to continue to have an appropriate tension, watchability, and satisfying narratives, whether they involve appropriately anticipated events or cathartically surprising ones, the world that is set in must be governed by a consistent set of rules in order to allow us to follow the narrative. Fantastic elements, such as dragons or magic, may be part of those internally consistent set of rules, but their presence does not abrogate the need for events depicted similarly to the real world to be internally consistent inside the story. Breaking internal consistency negatively impacts the suspension of disbelief, reminding us that we're watching a TV show. Breaking it to move a specific plot line along betrays the plot armor of certain characters and concepts and the reverse plot armor of others.
Sleep is the only way you will heal.
Oh, she turned off the lights. I'll just run the opposite direction and open the fucking door! You do know why she survived, right? I just think she's their favorite. By they, I mean the lead creators and brainchild of this whole thing, Weiss and Benioff. I'll give them the setup. I'll give them that they foreshadowed it. Okay. I don't care if you're proficient in blind fighting. With her wounds, she shouldn't be able to be that good at that time. She shouldn't even have won. She should be dead. Oh, but she's fine, guys. She's running here. But now the wound is affecting her because she jumped really far and she tumbled down some stairs and now there's blood because the drama needs to happen. I would argue that the wound should be affecting her all the fucking time.
We thank thee, Lord, that in thy
Have you ever gotten surgery? Have you ever gotten surgery near your stomach? I had appendicitis, and that shit was fun. Surgery is basically a strategic injury so that it prevents a greater injury, you dying. I was in bed for the weekend after the operation, and when I was able to leave the hospital, I still couldn't move around at all. This girl can run around unhindered unless the drama needs to happen. Fun fact, she was able to do this the next day. It's almost like they're playing the injury up for drama instead of anything consequential. It's like the show almost forgot what made it popular. They gave her the thickest plot armor because she's the bestest girl in Westeros. How besterest? She kills the Freys. She telepathically communicates with Sansa.
I wonder what it would feel like to wear those pretty dresses. To be the Lady of Winterfell. All I need to find out is your face.
In order to defeat Littlefinger... Oh, did I say defeat? I mean delete. And then she kills the Night King. Wow. I'm also going to say that just because you foreshadowed the move doesn't make it a good call to use in the story. Honestly, I can see that Arya can kill the Night King. She's got that skill set, but thematically, it's a subversion because all signs point to Jon being the one who will stop the Night King. George R.R. Martin did not just resurrect Jon Snow and show he's the son of Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark for nothing. If I didn't know any better, I think the Lord of Light resurrected him because he had to beat down some undead ass.
I did look at some of the websites and read the discussions going on and the people talking about theories and putting forward guesses as to where books was going and what some of the secrets that I was hinting at were. And many of the theories were completely off base and wrong, but some people got it right. And that's when I really wrestled with the issue in like 1999 and 2000, 2001. Okay, these people have figured out something. Should I now change it? And I decided that way lay disaster. You know, I'd laid in clues and things that pointed to a particular thing. And if I now changed it because one person in 1,000 had figured it out, the new solution would not be satisfactory because the clues point in another way. It would be a cheat in a sense.
I was pissed that it wasn't me killing the Night King. I would have given you like, I'd have bet you thousands before we read the finals. I was like, yeah, it's definitely me.
Jon Snow has always been the hero, the one who's been the savior, but it just didn't seem right to us for this moment.
But why?
3 years now or something, we've known that it was going to be Arya who delivers that fatal blow.
But why?
The only reason why the showrunners didn't want Jon to kill the Night King is that him killing the Night King would be obvious. No, I'll let them talk.
We hope to kind of avoid the expected, and Jon Snow has always been the hero, the one who's been the savior, but it just didn't seem right to us for this moment.
But what do you do then? Do you change it and come up with something goofy and outlandish that you haven't done the foreshadowing for, that you haven't laid the foundation for, just in order to surprise people? I mean,
we knew it had to be Valyrian steel to the exact spot where the Child of the Forest put the Dragonglass blade to create the Night King.
If Valyrian steel is all you need, I know a guy.
Valyrian steel.
The writers basically ignored what made Jon Snow important. It's like you're at the end of Final Fantasy VII and the guy that beat Sephiroth is Squall. Displacing Jon with Arya is unsatisfying because the main conflict that drives her is not the Night King. It was always the list. That's why when she wreaks bloody vengeance, it feels really, really good. It's almost like she's having a really good time. So you get this assassin who's working her way up to the top of her list, riding from Winterfell to King's Landing, only for her to stop killing because Sandor Clegane told her, "Vengeance am bad." And she goes basically, "Thanks, bro." It's not that you couldn't reinforce the fact that
Revenge is a fool's game.
That's fine. It's just that you did not set it up for Arya to realize that. All throughout the 7th season, and in the 8th, Arya's solution of just kill the fuck is pretty good. There's no introspection as to how killing her targets could have some unintended consequences down the line, no matter how justified you are. Oh, there's the Littlefinger plot, but that's resolved A-okay. No lasting repercussions, guys. We're sisters. Yes, queen. So Sandor telling her not to pursue revenge is so hollow.
You come with me. You die here.
Can we just pause here and appreciate the absurdity of this situation? I don't doubt that Sandor actually cares about the Stark girls. I don't. But you gotta understand something. If you really didn't want Arya to go with you on Vengeance Quest, why did you wait until the last moment before you convinced her not to come along with you? You could have done that earlier in the episode. Before you get into the fucking castle, you could have just talked her out of it. It gets more absurd because after he talks Arya out of killing Cersei, he conveniently bumps into them. It is so dumb. You mean if Arya just went along, "No, Sandor, fuck off, I'm gonna kill her," she could have killed her and run off. It's so dumb. What's even more absurd is that Arya walks through the streets of King's Landing and a lot of people die, but she alone survives. And not only is she the sole survivor, a horse conveniently appears and they run off. So not only was the arc between Jon Snow and the Night King ruined, Arya's arc also kind of fizzles out. I'm done at this point. At least the season was highly rated by the audience, right? Oh. It's almost like the audience wanted a good resolution for everything, huh? As you can see, this video is a subversion as well. You thought I was talking about the game, but really, I wanted to rant about what they did to Arya. Speaking of the game, let's relive the series' best moments with Sheila and Chris. Yes, such iconic Game of Thrones characters. Hello?
Well,
oh, Jub, what's up, bro?
you were dreaming.
What? Alright, the snap happened. Thanks to these patrons: Hjorter S. Hjorterson, Daniel Dmitriev, Nerzul I, Tad586, Chet McMasterson, Peter B, Rhea Rules, and John Lemley, as well as these other wonderful warriors.